the hidden symphony of body and mind. There exist realms where the unseen murmurs of the subconscious intertwine with the bright clarity of awareness. Picture a quiet afternoon at home, savoring a warm bowl of soup. Beyond the thin wall separating one dwelling from another, a neighbor might be enjoying a sandwich, the soft rustle of their movements barely audible. In that fleeting sound, consciousness stretches outward, bridging the divide. Similarly, within the body, vast territories operate beyond perception's reach. The ceaseless labor of internal systems, heart pumping, lungs expanding, hums along unnoticed. Take a bite of a crisp apple. Its flavor dances on the tongue, and the initial descent down the throat registers clearly. Then, as if whisked away, by an invisible curtain, it vanishes into a mysterious domain governed by what science calls involuntary muscle. This involuntary muscle, unlike the deliberate flex of a leg or arm, operates without command. Under a microscope, its fibers weave a tapestry far different from the orderly threads of voluntary muscle, which align like soldiers on parade. Involuntary muscle flows in gentle, rhythmic pulses, a quiet current encircling blood vessels and animating the digestive tract. When embarrassment strikes, it loosens its grip, flooding the face with warmth and color. Under tension, it tightens, constricting vessels and sometimes nudging blood pressure upward. The digestive system, cradled in layers of this pliable tissue, moves with a grace akin to a flock of birds shifting in unison. Guiding this dance is a network of nerves so self-reliant it could carry on even if its connection to the brain were severed, a trait unique in the body's vast orchestra. Were it not for this autonomy, a hiccup or a rumble might seem trivial, yet these subtle motions rival the elegance of a symphony's crescendo. Now imagine tracing the journey of that apple bite through this hidden landscape, where senses and systems collaborate in a seamless performance. The eyes first catch the apple's gleam, light-sparking signals that race through neural pathways to the brain's visual stage, nestled near the crown. There an image forms, a crisp, red promise of delight. This vision ripples outward, stirring saliva to flow and priming the stomach with eager juices. Meanwhile, the nose, a sentinel perched high above, detects the fruit's faint perfume. Its chambers, lined with a delicate film, capture drifting molecules, perhaps a hint of sweetness or the earthy whisper of the orchard. Each scent finds its match among specialized receptors, some waiting years to trumpet their discovery to the brain. As the apple nears the lips, its aroma intensifies, a prelude to the feast. The mouth, a marvel of strength and agility, takes center stage. Jaws, powered by the body's mightiest muscles, wield a force capable of crushing stone, up to the weight of a small child on each tooth. Yet, with the apple, they need only a tender nudge. The tongue, a nimble conductor, gathers stray crumbs, shaping them into a soft mound. Pressed against the roof of the mouth, this triggers a cascade. Breath pauses, and the mound, now a traveler, slips past the throat's gateway. A swift contraction, audible as a faint pop in the ears, seals the nasal passage, while a flap rises like a curtain, ushering the morsel downward amid a chorus of silent applause from glands. The esophagus unfurls next, a tunnel of rippling waves. In mere moments, it carries the apple's remnants forward, widening to welcome them, then narrowing to ensure no retreat. This motion persists even upside down, defying gravity's pull, a feat breakdancers might envy. At its base, a muscular ring relaxes briefly, allowing entry to the stomach before snapping shut, restoring breath to its rhythm. This passage, a blend of conscious intent and unconscious precision, begins in the womb, where infants rehearse swallowing life-giving fluid. By adulthood, this act repeats thousands of times daily, a testament to the body's tireless choreography. The stomach, a restless chamber, greets its guest with a stretch, expanding like a balloon to accommodate all that arrives, up to a hefty load if indulgence calls. Emotions can sway its mood. Fear might shrink its capacity, leaving fullness after a mere nibble. Once settled, the stomach churns, its walls pulsing like a restless tide. The apple's remnants are tossed and ground, reduced to fragments smaller than a grain of sand. This tumult, heard as a gurgle when listening close, signals the digestive relay to quicken. Simple sugars pass swiftly through a guarded exit, spiking energy, while denser fare lingers, explaining the craving for a quick sweet after a rich meal. In the small intestine, the real transformation unfolds. Here, the apple's essence dissolves into the bloodstream, its nutrients plucked apart by a bustling network of tiny tendrils. These finger-like projections sway in unison, urging the flow onward, a relentless march driven by electric pulses like drummers keeping time. Only the toughest scraps, say, a stubborn seed, resist, swept along by a diligent cleanup crew that rumbles through when the tract empties. This rumble, often mistaken for hunger, sings of order restored, pausing only when new food arrives. The large intestine, a slower realm, cradles what remains. Here, the apple's last traces, perhaps a fiber or two, mingle with the body's reclaimed fluids. Its pace is leisurely, shifting contents with a languid push a few times daily. Stress can hasten this rhythm, leaving watery haste, while calm allows a steady sculpting of waste. Diagrams depict it as a beaded chain, frozen mid-motion, a snapshot of its quiet dance. For some, this process spans hours. For others, days, a variance as natural as footprints in sand. Occasionally, the stomach falters, sending acid upward in a stinging rebellion known as reflux. This misstep, born of misfired signals, irritates the esophagus, a tube unprepared for such harsh visitors. A quarter of people face this regularly, a reminder of the delicate balance between mind and gut. Small sips of water or a calm breath can coax harmony back, though triggers like spice or smoke may tip the scales anew. For most, it's a minor stumble, annoying, yet fleeting. Vomiting, by contrast, is a dramatic encore. Sensors in the gut and blood sound alarms, tainted food, a wild ride, or a surge of nerves, prompting the brain to rally muscles in a unified heave. Pale cheeks and a flood of saliva herald the act, protecting teeth from the acid's bite. The stomach and intestines reverse course, ejecting their load with force. This reflex, honed over eons, guards against harm, though it spares no dignity. Ginger or a steady gaze at the horizon can temper its call, a nod to the body's wisdom. Constipation, meanwhile, lingers like an uninvited guest. A fifth of people know its weight, hard, reluctant passages that defy effort. The gut's nerves, thrown off by travel or routine's upheaval, hesitate at the final step. Fiber, fluid, or a gentle nudge can coax them back, though stubborn cases demand stronger aids. These range from water-drawing salts to plant-derived prods, each with its quirks, some softening, others hastening, yet all aim for relief without overreach. Beyond these mechanics lies a deeper tale, the gut's dialogue. With the mind, its sprawling nerve web, rivaling the brain's complexity, whispers of more than mere digestion. Studies reveal its sway. Mice fed certain bacteria swim longer, their spirits lifted, a link severed when the vagus nerve, a vital hotline, is cut. In humans, gut health subtly shapes mood, dampening pain or unease when nurtured. Stress can fray this bond, thinning the gut's defenses and amplifying distress, a cycle that echoes long after tension fades. This interplay hints at a broader truth. The self emerges not from the mind alone, but from a chorus of body and soul. The brain's insular cortex, a canvas for sensation, paints a portrait of existence. Hunger, chill, or joy, refreshed moment by moment. The gut, with its vast sensory reach, feeds this image, guiding choices as surely as a compass. To think is to feel, and to feel is to be. A dance of instinct and reason, rooted in the body's quiet depths.